health risks associated with visceral fat. In this video, we will discuss everything related to visceral fat. 1. What is visceral fat? 2. What is the cause? 3. What is the risk? 4. How to remove it. Visceral fat is a type of body fat that is stored within the abdominal cavity, surrounding important internal organs such as the liver, pancreas, and intestines. Unlike subcutaneous fat, which is found just beneath the skin, visceral fat is deeper and not easily visible. It can also infiltrate between organs, residing in the spaces known as visceral adipose tissue. Visceral fat serves several functions, including providing a cushion around organs to protect them and serving as a source of energy. However, excessive accumulation of visceral fat is associated with various health risks. Here are some key points about visceral fat. 1. Location. Visceral fat is located in the abdominal cavity, surrounding internal organs. It's different from subcutaneous fat, which is found just beneath the skin. 2. Metabolic activity. Visceral fat is metabolically active and releases substances into the bloodstream, affecting hormone levels and contributing to inflammation. 3. Health risks. High levels of visceral fat are associated with an increased risk of various health conditions, including cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, and chronic inflammation. 4. Measurement. While it's not easily measured through traditional methods like body mass index (BMI), techniques such as waist circumference or imaging methods like CT scans and MRIs can help estimate visceral fat levels. 5. Risk factors. Factors contributing to the accumulation of visceral fat include poor diet, sedentary lifestyle, genetics, hormonal changes, and stress. 6. Impact on hormones. Visceral fat can influence hormonal balance by releasing chemicals that affect insulin sensitivity, inflammation, and other metabolic processes. What is the cause of visceral fat? The accumulation of visceral fat can be attributed to a combination of genetic, lifestyle, and environmental factors. Here are some key contributors to the development of visceral fat. 1. Dietary habits. High caloric intake. Diets high in calories, especially from refined carbohydrates and sugars, can contribute to the accumulation of visceral fat. Poor nutritional choices. Diets lacking in essential nutrients and fiber may contribute to weight gain and fat accumulation, including visceral fat. 2. Physical inactivity, sedentary lifestyle. Lack of regular physical activity can lead to weight gain and an increased risk of visceral fat accumulation. 3. Genetics. Genetic predisposition. Some individuals may be genetically predisposed to store fat in the abdominal area. 4. Hormonal factors. Cortisol levels. Chronic stress can lead to elevated levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which is associated with an increased storage of visceral fat. Insulin resistance, a condition where cells become less responsive to insulin, can contribute to the storage of visceral fat. 5. Age. Age-related changes. As people age, there is a tendency to experience changes in metabolism and hormonal balance, which can contribute to the accumulation of visceral fat. 6. Gender differences. Men and postmenopausal women are more prone to accumulating visceral fat compared to premenopausal women. 7. Sleep deprivation, lack of sleep. Inadequate or poor quality sleep has been associated with an increased risk of visceral fat accumulation. Sleep is essential for overall metabolic health and hormone regulation. 8. Alcohol consumption, excessive alcohol intake. Consuming alcohol in excess can contribute to weight gain and visceral fat accumulation. Alcoholic beverages are often high in calories and can impact metabolism. Visceral fat silent risk. Here are key reasons why visceral fat silent risk. 1. Hidden location. Visceral fat is not easily noticeable, as it accumulates around internal organs. This deep-seated location means that even individuals with a seemingly normal body weight can carry a significant amount of visceral fat. 2. Limited visibility. Unlike subcutaneous fat that you can observe in the mirror, visceral fat doesn't contribute to the typical love handles or belly pouches. As a result, people may underestimate the amount of visceral fat they have. 3. Associations with serious health risks. Numerous scientific studies have linked high levels of visceral fat to a range of serious health conditions. The fat actively releases substances that can negatively affect organ function and systemic health. 4. Influence on hormones. Visceral fat is metabolically active and can influence hormonal balance. Excess visceral fat may lead to increased levels of certain hormones, such as cortisol associated with stress, and adipokines, which can contribute to inflammation and insulin resistance. 5. Silent progression. Visceral fat tends to accumulate gradually over time, often without noticeable symptoms. 6. Underestimation of health risks due to the lack of visible cues and symptoms. Individuals may underestimate the potential health risks associated with visceral fat. Effective strategies to remove visceral fat. Reducing visceral fat involves a combination of healthy lifestyle choices, including changes in diet, increased physical activity, and overall wellness practices. Here are some effective strategies to help you remove visceral fat. 1. Adopt a healthy diet. Focus on whole foods. Eat a diet rich in dense foods such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. Limit added sugars and refined carbohydrates. Reduce your intake of sugary beverages, sweets, and processed foods, as they can contribute to visceral fat accumulation. 2. Control portion sizes. Practice portion control. Be mindful of portion sizes to avoid overeating, even when consuming healthy foods. 3. Engage in regular physical activity. Cardiovascular exercise. Include aerobic activities such as walking, jogging, cycling, or swimming for at least 150 minutes per week to help burn calories and reduce overall body fat. Strength training. Incorporate strength training exercises at least 2 days per week to build muscle mass. Muscle tissue burns more calories at rest, contributing to fat loss. High-intensity interval training (HIIT). Integrate HIIT workouts to boost metabolism and promote fat burning. 4. Manage stress. Practice stress reduction techniques. Engage in activities such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, yoga, or mindfulness to manage stress and reduce cortisol levels. 5. Get adequate sleep. Prioritize a quality sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Poor sleep patterns have been associated with increased visceral fat. 6. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Adequate hydration supports overall health and can help control appetite. Choose for water and reject sugary drinks. 7. Limit alcohol consumption. Moderate alcohol intake. If you consume alcohol, do so in moderation. Excessive alcohol intake can contribute to visceral fat accumulation. 8. Include healthy fats. Incorporate omega-3 fatty acids. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, such as fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, flax seeds, and walnuts, may help reduce visceral fat. 9. Avoid crash diets. Sustainable changes. Avoid extreme or crash diets. Instead, focus on making sustainable lifestyle changes that you can maintain in the long term. 10. Consult with a healthcare professional. Seek professional guidance if you have underlying health conditions or concerns. Consult with a healthcare professional or a registered dietitian for personalized advice. 11. Intermittent fasting. Do intermittent fasting, which has been proven effective in reducing visceral fat. It's important to note that spot reduction, losing fat from a specific area of the body, is not always achievable. A holistic approach that addresses overall health and wellness is key to reducing visceral fat. Consistency and patience are crucial as changes take time to manifest. Always consult with a healthcare professional before making significant changes to your diet or exercise routine, especially if you have pre-existing health conditions.